Hey, Kanye, did she put her fingers up your up? No.
Basically, they was yeah.
They was what?
They was each other.
Let's be conveniently gay. Like,
after this, we'll show you my phone. You can see all your friends and rappers DMing me. They're nudes. So no, I don't have to do any work. So it's when I choose to have fun, they're available. But I don't out people.
Kind of like homophobic, because it's like I would like go back and like question myself, like, damn, why does everybody else walk like this and I walk like this?
Kanye West is straight up losing it at Jeffree Star after rumors popped off about a leaked DL tape involving the two. And guess what? That's not even the wildest part. This mess kind of confirms what a lot of people been whispering about for a while now. And let's not act brand new. Kim K didn't just dip on Kanye because he was being erratic or bipolar like she made it seem. Nah, she painted it all sweet like she was protecting her little ones. But when you scratch under the surface, the real tea starts spilling everywhere. Word on the street is Kanye allegedly wanted a three-way, but not with another woman. Yep, you heard that right. I said it. And trust, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Because the deeper you dive into this whole situation, the messier it gets. It's wild out here. Now let's rewind real quick. How did all this even start? This whole saga didn't just fall out of the sky. It really started bubbling when Kanye dropped a track called Cousin. And ever since then, things have been spiraling like crazy. Now listen up. In that song, Kanye straight up confessed to smashing his own cousin. Yep. His actual cousin, who's apparently locked up now. But hold up, this ain't about dragging anybody for living their truth or exploring their bedroom vibes, do you? But Kanye? Man's been hiding behind masks, throwing shade at queer artists, and low-key battling his own demons for years now. It's crazy when you're out here tossing rocks while living in a glass mansion, yeah? When folks heard that cousin line, jaws dropped everywhere like, did he really just say that? It wasn't just lyrics. It sounded like a full-on confession, leaving a breadcrumb trail straight to an even juicier, messier story.
yo, it's like, yo, let's be gay for a little while now because this man's popping. So now let's talk about when I was gay at one time.
Fast forward to this weekend, and the internet was on straight up fire. Jeffree Star hopped on the Bird app and dropped a whole bombshell tweet that said, okay, F it, the rumors are true. And let's not even try to act surprised, because the street's been buzzing about this for a minute now. Jeffree didn't even have to drop a name, but man, the internet knew exactly who he was talking about. All signs pointed straight to one man, Kanye Omar West. Oh, y'all didn't know his middle name was Omar? Yup, now you know. Jeffree didn't have to spell it out, because let's be real. Every time Jeffree speaks in riddles, it turns into pure chaos, and the people always got time to crack the code. But let's not get it twisted. This ain't the first time this rumor started swirling. Remember back in 2021 when influencer Ava Louise, y'all know her, right? Popped off randomly, spilling that Kanye had been caught getting a little too cozy with a very famous male beauty guru. She never said a name, but everybody's eyes locked on Jeffree Star instantly. And why is that? Well, it wasn't just random. Jeffree just so happened to be chilling in Wyoming too, the same time Kanye was low-key hiding out there. Coincidence? Please? Ain't no way. Because in Hollywood, folks don't just magically end up in the middle of nowhere together without a reason.
Yeah, of course I'm clout chasing. Like, yeah, I made up the Jeffree Kanye rumor. Like, yeah, I'm like talking to Monty Lopez, like for clout. So what?
Yeah.
And it's like that intimidates people because I feel like their egos in Hollywood are so big and influencers' egos are so big. They want to just seem like people effortlessly care about them. I'm like, they don't.
Most of y'all probably forgot. But Jeffree Star used to drop music back in the day. Yup. He was actually out here rapping. Believe it or not. And in one of his old tracks called Be Please, he straight up said, off Kanye West. No, I'm one of the bros. Like, what? People brushed it off back then like it was just shock value. But now with all this new tea bubbling up, that bar is aging like fine wine. And it's hitting way different now. Jeffree's always been the king of throwing hints and trolling the whole internet. And back in 2020, he tweeted something wild. If y'all only knew the truth about what they're doing to Britney and Kanye, like hold up, what was he even talking about? And who's they supposed to be? Zooming out a little, we gotta remember Kanye's been caught up in messy love triangles before, but they always involved women. At least that's what the public thought. So when Kim K finally filed for divorce, most folks figured it was because of his mental health struggles or that chaotic presidential campaign mess. Even after the Jeffree Star and Kanye rumors exploded, it's starting to look like Kim might have actually been protecting Ye instead of throwing him under the bus. She just packed up her dignity and bounced, while the media dragged her, calling her cold and heartless. But what if she was just plain tired of covering for him? Word on the streets is Kanye is losing it behind the scenes. Allegedly, he's been blowing up phones trying to get Jeffree's tweet deleted, screaming at people, and even talking about lawsuits. Now, we all know you can't stand when people start talking about him, especially if it makes him look vulnerable or exposed. But let's be real. Kanye seems to do enough exposing of himself without any help. And here's the real gag. If all this was fake, why is he so pressed? Innocent folks don't usually act like that. Where's the defamation lawsuit at, yeah? Where's the cold, hard receipts? If it's all lies, why not clear your name instead of throwing tantrums? It's definitely giving damage control vibes. And just to stir the pot even more, back in 2022, Jeffree pulled up on Logan Paul's podcast, and you already know the Kanye rumors popped right back up.
Oh boy, yeah. Don't give her one moment.
No.
But yeah,
Absolutely
she
not.
made it up, and I guess it made sense. I live in Wyoming. I live in Hidden Hills. Okay, we both live in the same area. It's the way it was mapped out, I guess.
So what exactly did Jeffree say anyway? First, he tried to play it cool, claiming he wasn't talking about Kanye. But right after that, he straight up admitted he's been involved with rappers.
I have videos of rappers Facebook me and all these things on my phone. Yeah. So I've had my OnlyFans account was ready. I'm not into that right now. And I don't think my career needs this tape right now.
Like, hello? If it ain't Kanye, then who is it, Jeffree? Name drop or stop playing these games. After teasing with his little, I'm not saying it's Kanye, but I've been with rappers, T. Jeffree told Logan Paul he's sitting on full-blown receipts. Real evidence. He said he could literally whip out his phone and show Logan pictures of the rappers he's messed around with. Not just selfies either, but moodies, y'all. Apparently, rappers sliding into Jeffree Star's DMs bold and thirsty ain't nothing new out here. But this is where things start spinning right back to Kanye, and it's getting way too specific to brush off. Word on the street, and remember, this is all alleged, is that one of those rappers was none other than Kanye himself. Yep, the talk is that Kanye was allegedly sending Jeffree his own nudes even before they linked up face to face. Like, what? Same energy, different day. Y'all remember not too long ago when Kanye's own assistant accused him of sliding into her messages, sending explicit pics and saying all kinds of wild, out-of-pocket stuff? That's not internet gossip. That's straight from court documents, real legal files, real receipts, y'all. So honestly, is it that hard to believe he might have pulled the same move with Jeffree? Especially when Jeffree's out here saying rappers been blowing up his phone, sending spicy pics and trying to hook up behind closed doors. It's giving real creepy pattern vibes. And it's giving major DL behavior getting exposed. Low-key, it's also giving that Jeffree Star might have kept one of those moodies from Yeah for a little leverage. Wouldn't be the first time receipts came back to bite somebody. But let's get into this wild threesome talk too. Insiders claim, and again, sprinkle a little salt on it, but insiders are saying that during one of Kanye and Kim's final therapy sessions, Yeah hinted at wanting to explore some non-traditional arrangements. Apparently, Kanye floated the idea of a threesome, but not with another woman. And that's when Kim supposedly was like, "All right, I'm out. I'm done unless you're about to switch it all up.
Me, I thought, oh my God, that's when we're getting along the best. But then that is sad to me. And that's not what I want.
This whole revelation could have shattered everything. For real. Kim wasn't about to raise her kids in the middle of a messy PR explosion. No way.
And Kanye good?
Last night I was just like not in like the best mood. I was just like tired. I got home and I was like, hey. And then I was like on my computer. And then he was like, hey, babe, will you get off your computer? Like, Let's
be clear. Nobody's shaming anybody for who they love or how they live. If you're on the DL or part of the LGBTQ plus fam, that's your truth. And you deserve love like anybody else. But if you're lying to your partner, hiding whole parts of your identity, and sneaking around, that's where the real problem starts, no cap. Now, this next part is just my 2 cents. But Kanye's always been mad obsessed with power, control, and dominance, no matter who or what he's dealing with. From his crazy fashion moves to those wild rants, even that messed up slavery was a choice comment, everything he does screams control. So the idea that he might be secretly exploring his fluidity behind the scenes, man, that would go completely against the macho alpha image he's been trying to force down everybody's throats for years.
Everybody in high school be like, yo, you acting like a fag. You acting like, dawg, you gay? And I used to deal with that when I was in high school.
And that's exactly why it's looking like Kanye's out here scrambling to hide it. That's why he's lashing out so hard. It ain't even about Jeffree lying. It's because somebody finally said the quiet part out loud, and yeah, can't handle it. But let's flip the camera around for a second. Could Jeffree just be trolling? Is this just another one of his messy stunts to stay relevant now that the beauty YouTube game is kind of dried up and oversaturated? Because let's be honest, Jeffree lives for chaos. It's his brand. He's always been the villain, the wild card. And if you peep the pattern, every time Jeffree drops some wild drama, there's a business launch creeping right behind it. Still, some stuff just ain't adding up. Like, if Jeffree and Kanye were sneaking around, how did they even link up without a single paparazzi catching a whiff? They're both huge celebs, always surrounded by squads of assistants, cameras, and fans. It ain't easy to move that quiet unless you're really off the grid. Maybe, just maybe, it all went down back during Kanye's Wyoming hermit phase when he was living off the map. Maybe during his Jesus is King era when he went all mysterious and ghosted the whole world. I don't know, y'all. But if there's one thing Hollywood has taught us, where there's smoke, there's definitely fire. So don't be surprised if Kanye's camp starts spinning the block next week, dropping distractions left and right. Maybe a new track, a random fashion collab, or even one of those creepy videos where he just stares into the camera in dead silence for like 3 minutes straight. You know, classic yeah behavior. But one thing's for sure, and 2 things for certain. This scandal ain't going nowhere anytime soon. Whether you believe the rumors or not, the fact that Jeffree even hinted at it says a lot. And Kanye staying silent? Man, that speaks even louder. 'Cause let's be real, Ye is never silent unless he's got something to hide. Meanwhile, Kim, she's probably somewhere in Calabasas, chilling, sipping on her matcha, watching the internet finally piece together what she's been knowing for years. Clocked it, sealed it, and moved on. But I want to hear what y'all think. Is Jeffree spilling real tea? Is Kanye low-key living a whole double life out here? Or is this just another messy Hollywood distraction to keep everybody talking? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this tea with your crew. Trust me, I'm just getting warmed up. And when it comes to Kanye, it's only gonna get wilder from here. See you on the next one.